Hi everyone, I'm Kat from Calico Cali Designs. Today's tutorial is about water-soluble stabilizers. Water-soluble stabilizers are usually a clear plasticky type stabilizer. They do also come in a more fibrous format as well. They're most commonly used as a topping stabilizer when doing embroidery on thicker fabrics such as toweling, fleece, or felt. The stabilizer keeps the stitches from sinking into the thick fibers and getting lost. Water-soluble stabilizer is also used when doing freestanding lace and other fun crafty projects. But for today, we're going to concentrate on its use as a topping stabilizer. One quick thing to know, once you've opened your water-soluble stabilizer, when you're not using it, store it out of the sun and in a sealed zip baggie so that it doesn't dry out. Now let's head over to the machine for a quick demo. When using water-soluble stabilizer as a topping stabilizer, you're going to make a sandwich in your embroidery hoop. Your first layer is going to be your base stabilizer. Next, you'll place the fabric you want to embroider on. In this case, I'm using a terry cloth towel. And then your top layer is going to be your piece of water-soluble stabilizer. Secure everything in the hoop, place it in the machine, and stitch out the design. What happens if your toweling is too thick to hoop? In that case, you would just hoop your base stabilizer. I recommend using a sticky stabilizer. If you don't have a sticky stabilizer, you can spray 505 basting spray onto your stabilizer, and that would make it sticky. So you'd hoop your sticky stabilizer or your stabilizer that's been sprayed with the 505 spray. Tighten it down. You would place your toweling where you want it. It would then stick in place. Next, you'd put your water-soluble stabilizer right on top. Now, because there's not a hoop to secure it in place, you're going to want to pin it in place around the outside edges of the hoop and all the spots where the needle is not going to hit. So again, make sure that you're placing your pins outside of the hoop so that they're not going to interfere with the embroidery in any way. Then simply load your hoop into your machine and start stitching out the design. My design is centered and ready to go, so we're just going to stitch it all out now. When your design is done stitching out, remove the hoop from your machine and unhoop your toweling. Now you can gently peel away some of the water-soluble stabilizer. However, you're not going to be able to get it all out from in between the little areas. This is where you'll go to the sink and actually wash it away. The easiest way to wash off the remaining water-soluble stabilizer is to put a cooling rack in your sink or tub, lay the design on top of that, and then wash it away. Sometimes you might have to rub with your fingers a little bit to help get all that stabilizer washed off. When done, gently wring it out and then lay flat to dry on top of some terry cloth towels. For comparison purposes, I've stitched out this same exact design using the same thread, same backing stabilizer on the same towel, but this time without any water-soluble stabilizer as my topping, and you can see the difference. The towel shows through in many spots. It's just not as good quality as it is when you use the water-soluble stabilizer. As always, today's design and many more can be found at calicocali.com. Thanks for watching and happy embroidering!